for both teams, despite rumors going around that Icy was not going to play tonight. I don't really know what is or was going on, but apparently he's here now. So for Ronins, it will be their normal starting five they've had all season: Mossbeck, Juvenile, Wabbit, Daps, and Hades. And then for Jumas, it will be Irukandji, Miniker, Shroud, Deborn, and Icy will be Ronin starting out on the CT side here. See Jumas just go ahead and splitting up. Looks like Ronins has most of their attention over towards B and mid. Mossbeck, basically the solo A player at this point. So they're definitely kind of looking for some type of B or mid aggression. And apparently we already have a pause, from what I can tell. Okay, so we're unpaused already. So crazy stuff going on. Hopefully that does not persist. It looks like we do see Irukandji and Shroud kind of at the back of the catwalk here. Bomb on Deborn towards long. Icy watching the back. B-Tunnels and Miniker just kind of spotting mid. Juvenile and company just waiting mid. So it's just kind of just a big standoff here. Both teams are playing pretty passive. No real aggression from either side just yet, so things are just kind of at a gridlock at this point. But now we're starting to see the terrorists getting a little bit more aggressive here at mid. Shots going off. Hades will go ahead and deliver the first blow as he'll take Irukandji down with a pretty nice headshot there with the USP. Deborn able to respond back onto Juvenile with the Glock as they do make their way up the catwalk, and it appears that they will either try to rush out mid to B, or they will be trying to make their way up the catwalk. It looks like Cat, as we do see Mossbeck going to have a standoff here with Miniker at long A. Looks like he will go ahead and deliver that headshot, so a kill does go to RONIN5, and they will go ahead and have the advantage. Mossbeck coming with another headshot there on the Deborn. But Juma's still trying to press their way into the site here to get this bomb plant. Icy does take out Hades, and he will go for the plant. Now Mossbeck still is at the pit with the USP, so he's going to be looking for a shot as soon as Icy or someone else makes the peek here. He also has to worry about cat aggression coming in here from Daps as well as Wabbit. Shroud works his way back into Goose. He does spot Mossbeck at long, but Wabbit and company also pursuing from the cat, so a good split coming in from Ronins, as now Shroud will be alone and Mossbeck will take care of him. And so it'll be a 3K for Mossbeck and a round win for Ronins, as they will now be up 1-0, taking that first pistol round. Guys, let me know if the mic volume or game volume is too loud or too quiet or whatever in chat. I can't really look at chat too much, but I'll try to glance over there and kind of see if I need to adjust volume anymore or not. But I think everything should be okay. Let's get into round number 2. As we can see, Ronins is going to go ahead and already buy up. We had 3 Silence and Force, 2 FAMASas. Looks like Jumas is just going to be doing a straight-up B rush, which Daps and company will be prepared for. But it looks like Shroud and company actually do deter or take a little detour, I guess you could say, to lower B. So maybe they'll explode out mid, where Juvenile is going to be poised with the FAMAS. And here they do come out mid. Juvenile finds 1 frag, finds 2. Shroud able to return fire here and get another frag. But we do have Hades and company waiting over here on the scaffolding. But Shroud coming out with that frag. And so, not a half bad for Jumas, but Mossbeck and Daps came right back at him here, delivered some frags, and then Mossbeck finishes it off. So, I guess a decent eco in the sense that Shroud was able to get down a couple of guns, but the M4 still get saved on Mossbeck, Wabbit, and Daps, so it wasn't too bad of a hit to the CT economy. But because Jumas was able to do what they have done, they are actually going ahead and buying up the AKs this round. Kind of going for it all here right now. They got that bomb plant on the first round, which is the reason why they're able to go ahead and buy up the AKs. But as you can see, they're definitely going to be broke. So if they don't win this round, then it should probably be a quick 4-0 for Ronins. But we'll see what happens here. Mossbeck going to get blind, and Irukandji and company are going to be charging out of long A. Now, there are 3 CTs here to defend. So we're going to see what happens here. Juvenile is going to open up with a kill onto Irukandji. Shroud able to trade back, but Mossbeck will keep it on the CT side as far as the main advantage goes. And we'll see what happens here. So it looks like Jumas is going to be pursuing the catwalk. Deborn is going to be late to bring the bomb. He might actually get cut off from lower tons here by Daps, but it looks like he will find the frag instead. And so Jumas' A attack is still alive here. In fact, it's a 3 versus 3, so it's really anyone's round at this point. No real advantage for either team. Mossbeck still has control of long, so this is something that Jumas is going to have to worry about. They're going to have to plant safely or plant for cat. They can't really plant for long, but Miniker takes Wabbit out, so that's 1 frag down. Hades is going to be coming from CT spawn. Mossbeck is still going to be at long. Miniker here going to spot Hades, but Hades is going to get the frag, so now 2 versus 2, where there's still Icy here on the catwalk. Hades is going to take him down as well, and so now it's going to be all up to Deborn with very low HP here on the A ramp, and Mossbeck will take him down. And so another round goes to Ronins. It'll now be 3-0, and probably a really good chance for a 4-0, because it will definitely be an eco round for MG coming up in the 4th round. Need to lower the mic a little bit more? Okay. So I went ahead and lowered the mic just a little bit more, just a smidgen. Once again, a big shout out to all you guys tuning in. I appreciate all of you so much. But let's get back into the game here. 3-0 scoreline in favor of Ronin so far. Jumas was actually able to force buy, but they have $0 apiece now. So they elected to go ahead and buy. They couldn't really buy full grenade sets or anything like that, though, and they had to actually get a couple of Galil. So they pretty much forced. I would have thought they would have maybe saved, but I guess they felt like they could get the Galils, and even though they wouldn't have full grenades and in some cases not even have head armor, they still would have a decent chance at winning the round. And so far, they've done a great job to get inside the B bomb site. Looks like we are going to see a bomb plant here momentarily. Icy does have it on him. He's going to go for the plant. Stride will be right across from him for cover fire. Irukandji is going to be in the B tunnels. There's actually one terrorist actually still floating around NT spawn. Now, Ronin has 4 members up, so they're at a man disadvantage here. I'm curious to see. Looks like they are just going to go ahead and eco. As you can see, they're all backing off. So it will be round number 4. Round number 4 going to Mediocre Gamers, excuse me. So it'll be a 3-1 score line. So Mediocre is finally able to go ahead and stop the momentum that Ronin has established since round number 1, which is good because, like I said, they had very low money after force buying this round. So had they have lost, they would have definitely had the eco for sure. And they actually didn't lose a single member in the process, which is also good because if anybody had died for Jumas, then they may have only been able to afford a Galil or something like that. So it's good that they were all able to keep their guns. And so therefore, best situation they could find themselves in economically, actually. I'm going to try to raise up the in-game volume here a little bit, guys. I did raise it up on OBS's end, but maybe I can try to raise it up in-game as well in just a second. But anyway, let's go on to this next round here. CT's still able to buy. They do have an op on Wabbit. M4's across the board for everyone else. Only person lacking full gun is going to be Irukandji, who has the Galil, but everybody else is fully armored and fully naded and just fully equipped all around. Looks like Ronin is playing an initial huge aggression on the catwalk, but now they are starting to fall back towards long A where the hit is actually taking place. Now there is one CT in pit, as this aggression is going to be definitely coming out here. Wabbit's going to have the op lined up on the A platform, but D-Born is just going absolutely nutty right now. 2 great headshots there from D-Born to start taking this A bomb site, but they haven't committed to anything just yet. Ronin is certainly making the rotate. Icy lurking over here, and B-Tunnel is going to cut off the rotation from Daps. And so right now it's looking pretty bad for Ronin. So they are down to a 2 versus 5 situation. The bomb could really be going anywhere. They have no coverage at B. Raze is trying to make his way over there through mid. Going to be trading some shots here with Shroud, who's playing at the back of the catwalk. Takes down to 16 HP. Wabbit trying to press Cat with the op. He could find himself at least 1 frag, but no, Shroud will put him down, so there will be no ability there. And so Hayes is your last man standing here, trying to bring his M4 into the deep tunnels, but going to get caught by Irukandji immediately. And ever since that force buy that Mediocre Gamers was able to do there in round number 4, they've been able to win both rounds after that. So 3-2 scoreline, definitely a close game. And it will be an eco round actually possibly coming up for RONIN5, so a great chance for Mediocre Gamers to tie it up right here, right now at 3-all. So we're going to get into the next round here. Like I said, eco round 4, RONIN5, just pistols. Looks like they're trying to get a little bit aggressive here in B tunnels, but Icy is going to go ahead and be able to take care of it there. No problem. Irukandji also picked up a frag in the process. Wabbit trying to press Cat gets taken out by Mediocre. And so Juvenile is the LMS, but this is pretty much just the garbage round. Juvenile really just wants to maybe try to find an exit frag on somebody, maybe try to pick up a gun or something. He does actually find Hades 5-7, so at least he got something out of this. But he may try to get an exit frag here over at long A or something like that and try to maybe pick up a rifle. But certainly no way to win the round. Just an easy peasy round there for Jumas pretty much, making the score going to be 3-3. So overall, a very early tie game situation. Once again, a big shout out to all you guys out there watching. Appreciate all of you for tuning in. Definitely shout out to Go Lounge for publicizing this match so heavily. It looks like Juvenile is unable to get any exits. Irukandji is going to complete the flawless victory there for Jumas. So 3-3 scoreline. They keep all the guns, and so good stuff there. As you can see, lots of bank for Jumas. Almost 10K on all their players actually. So definitely good stuff there. They're going to be good for a while. Meanwhile, we're going to see if RONIN2 is buying up this round, can try to find something here. They've lost the last 3 rounds in a row after winning the pistol in the following 2. They've been in a scoring drought since the guns came out. So we'll see if they can do anything about that. They You do see Juvenile and company trying to get control of long A pretty quickly. Dat's going to be playing inside B. He's got one teammate with him there on the back platform. Right now it looks like Jumas is just pretty spread out. Most of their players are going to be towards mid. So they may be trying to work their way up cat, or they could be trying to peek the double doors. Not really quite sure yet. Seems like most of their players are going to be heading up towards this catwalk now. There is no one really spotting cat except for Wabbit, who does have the op. Actually, no, he only has the M4 this round. He is normally their opper, but was unable to afford it this round, so he's only going to have the M4 kind of spot across from long A. Meanwhile, we do have some spam shots and stuff like that going on over towards long. Hades going to be playing this B bomb site here. Irukandji and company starting to work their way up the A site from cat. 3 players there, but it could be a fake actually. Irukandji's actually falling off, but Juvenile caught Icy at the double doors, so the strat could be deteriorating. It looks like Juven's just going to go ahead and start working their way back up cat to A. They realize that they're not going to be able to make it out mid. Shroud able to come and take the kill onto Mossbeck at long. Wabbit trying to hold things down from A-Ramp. Able to pick up one, but Irukandji trades immediately, and Irukandji will also be able to pick up Juvenile there as well. And so Juma's once again in the driver's seat here as they will be making their plant inside the A bomb site. 2 CTs left to attempt the retake. That's going to be Dats on the catwalk, and Hades playing elevator. Dats will be the first person to peek there. Miniker is going to miss that op shot, but Shroud takes out Hades in the process, so Dats is left alone in a 1 versus 3 here. Does have the AK. He's still trying to take some peeks here. Does spot Miniker, able to get some shots in, but unable to deliver the frag. Finally gets it. Now a 1 versus 2, but there is going to be Shroud at long, and I believe the other terrorist is going to be in CT spawn. That's going to be Irukandji, but he's going to get on it. He's going to stick it, but he doesn't have a kit, so it's an easy chase for Irukandji. But he gets the frag on Irukandji. Can he get Shroud too? No, he can't. Shroud saves the day, and I think even if Dats would have gotten that frag on Shroud, he probably wouldn't have had enough time to defuse, depending on how long that gun battle would have lasted. So definitely, once again, another good round by Mediocre Gamers. Ronin's tried to keep it close, got some kills here or there, but in the end, it wasn't enough, and so Mediocre Gamers remains in good momentum standing. They won the last 4 rounds in a row. They take their lead for the first time this game, so definitely a good move here by Jumas. But it will be another eco round from Ronins, and so that likely means that we're going to see a 5-3 score line, if I had to guess. So far, we haven't really seen any eco rounds go successfully, other than the force buy from Jumas in round number 4. It's been pretty standard as far as how things went, depending on who had what guns. You see D-Born getting the opening pick there onto Hades at mid. Once again, Juven's working their way up the catwalk. We do have Mossbeck on the A-plat and Juvenile peeking from CT spawn, and Wabbit peeking from the long crossing here. Mossbeck actually able to pick up a couple of frags here with the CZ75, so we could see that first eco round of the match. Icy finally able to respond into Wabbit, and Irukandji finally does take Mossbeck down. So it is a 3 versus 2. Irukandji can be dropping here on the dumpster and working his way maybe into CT spawn. There is 1 CT here on cat. That's going to be Dats, already taking lots of damage, down to just 24 HP. Juvenile also very weak, which is 39. You are going to see Dats making the long run over here to long A. His teammate Juvenile already taken down. And Irukandji is going to be playing over here towards the long. Going to meet back up with his teammates. Dats trying to sneak his way out, but Irukandji is definitely going to be spotting this here pretty soon with the AK, which means probably... Oh, actually, Dats does get the frag, so he does get a gun down here, but it's still going to be a tough 1 versus 2, and Shroud will eventually eliminate him, and so it will be a 5-3 score line in favor of Mediocre Gamers. The last 5 rounds in a row actually going to Mediocre Gamers or Jumas, as the tag shows in game. But Ronins is going to be able to buy here, and they're at maximum loss bonus, so they should actually be able to M4 most of the rest of the half until they win, unless they really want to save for an op, again, like they have on Wabbit right now. But they need to definitely find a win here pretty soon. I mean, I know this map is usually kind of T-sided, but you definitely don't want to get completely annihilated in the first half. You want to keep it as close as possible. Give yourself a chance to win and have an easier time on the CT side to close out the game. We can see Juman's actually trying to make their way out mid right now. Hades is going to be able to spot it from the scaffold and gets 1 frag. Wabbit from the long crossing actually gets the bomb down with that op shot. So this is actually looking pretty good for Ronins, finally getting back into the game. But as soon as I say that, Icy and Miniker even it back up at a 3-all and collect that bomb back, I believe. No, it looks like the bomb is actually still down. Over here at mid, Hades is going to be trying to cover it here from outside B. He has his teammate right there behind him, Mossbeck. We do see Shroud actually making his way into the B bomb site and throw his smoke up on the doors. But like I said, with that bomb being down where it is, it's going to be really tough here for Jumas to find something. And Wabbit takes down Icy, who was trying to press up the catwalk. Shroud and company trying to throw some fire down here from inside the B bomb site. Looks like Shroud and Miniker are both going to try to peek their way out window here in just a second. But Hades is definitely perfectly positioned for this. In fact, as the smoke anticipates, though, he will be able to get a trade kill. So great positioning there from Shroud to at least get the trade, but at the end, the numbers advantage was in favor of Ronin's, and when they went to an equal trade situation, they got the better of it because they had more peeps still up. So Ronin's finally finding themselves another round after 5 straight losses, so this is certainly a good sign for those of you who placed those bets on RONIN5, but there's still plenty of Counter-Strike left to be played here, as we're only 9 rounds into the first half. Both teams still fully geared out, an op on both sides, an op for Wabbit, an op for Mediocre. We do see once again some early cat aggression here from Irukandji, Dborn, and Icy. Wabbit, Mossbeck, and Juvenile more favoring that long A setup, so 2 committed long A and 1 just kind of in the middle here, which is Wabbit. So they really haven't focused a whole lot on playing cat very much this game, which is normal because this position that Wabbit has is actually really dangerous. Unless you have some good smokes and flashes, Wabbit probably gets a free kill from that angle with the op. It's definitely a very dangerous opping angle to defend against if you're a terrorist trying to enter into that A bomb site. So far, looks like Dborn and company are trying to make their way out. Double doors hit again. They do run into Hades, who tries to run through the smoke at CT spawn. They get that frag, so they are going to go ahead and pinch that mid to B. There's 1 CT still inside the B bomb site. It's going to be Daps, and he does pick up 1 frag, but there's 3 terrorists now barreling into the site, and he will go ahead and fall, and Jumas will secure the B site, and they will get this bomb planted. 4 versus 3 right now. Make that a 4 versus 2. Irukandji already found another frag over towards mid. And so now it's just Juvenile and Wabbit. Juvenile trying to aggress here through T-spawn. The B tunnels. He gets the frag on to Irukandji, and Wabbit took out Mediocre, so now it's a 2 versus 2. I think Ronin was thinking about going for exit frags, but now after getting these 2 so soon, they actually might go for it, but Juvenile gets caught by Icy, so now it's just up to Wabbit. He's still going to go for it. They're trying to make his way in. There's 1 at the box and 1 at the window. He does spot box. He's spraying some shots here. Finally able to get something going, but it's just not going to happen. Shroud and Icy played that very well on how they peaked. They didn't really give Wabbit too much vision. They had a great crossfire, and in the end, they just played it out really well, and so Wabbit was unable to make the play. Definitely a close round, though. Definitely looked like it was going to be heavily favorited for MG, but then, like I said, we saw Juvenile and Wabbit actually get those 2 quick frags, and all of a sudden it was a winnable 2 versus 2 situation, but in the end, Juvenile got caught on the B-Tons rush, and then Wabbit forced to play a 1 versus 2. That was just a tough crossfire to try to retake into. And so it will be another eco round here for RONIN5. They're trying to get aggressive in B tunnels, and Irukandji with the op already has been able to pick up 1, but Daps and Wabbit step up with the pistols, take down Icy and Irukandji. They're going to collect that op and an AK. So they definitely have already gained a lot for their troubles here on this B tunnels aggression on this eco round. And with it being a 4 versus 3 in favor now of RONIN5, we could see another impressive eco victory, but never mind. Shroud says if he has anything to say about it, that's not going to be the case. Already picking up 2 frags there. At the tunnels, Mediocre going to be running into Daps and Hades at mid, but he'll get taken down. So now a 2 versus 2. Bomb down in tunnels. Daps trying to spray down these 2 terrorists, not able to get a kill. Shroud with a 3rd frag. And so Shroud has definitely been doing pretty well this match, and Hades is left in a 1 versus 2. A nice frag onto Dborn. Can Shroud complete the 4K round to win this first team? He's going to get flashed. He tries to make it into closet, but Hades catches him with the op. And what a great eco round from RONIN5, getting aggressive in the B tunnels, getting a couple of guns out of it, and then in the end just playing the man advantage very, very well on all their trade kills and keeping this game close at 6-5. And as I was saying, Shroud's definitely been playing really well for his team. He's 13-5 right now, so he's definitely been fragging pretty well. Other than that, the frag distribution is pretty close with the exception of Mediocre, who's been kind of struggling, but everybody else in the team has pretty close frag distribution. You kind of say the same thing about RONIN5, to be honest. All of them are within 2 or 3 kills of one another. We are going to see both teams still fully geared out here. Once again, Juwan's looking to maybe work their way up the catwalk. Mossbeck can be playing behind the barrels here. Gets a nice headshot onto Dborn to open up the round. Irukandji going to be pressing long. Takes a nice headshot onto Wabbit, and so he keeps it even at a 4 versus 4. Shroud coming out. Cat takes Mossbeck down at A platform. And all of a sudden, Jumas once again finds themselves in an early advantage in the round. Can they hold on to it, though? The bomb is being planted. 3 versus 4. Juvenile trying to even it up to a 3 versus 3 as he has spotted Mediocre over here at the long A. CTs are definitely trying to look for the retake here, and Juvenile does pick up the frag. So now 3 versus 3. Juvenile looking for more, but Icy will be the one to find that one. And so now it's going to be a 2 versus 3 in favor of Jumas here. Dad trying to cleanse CT spawn. He picks up 1 frag. Hades picks up 1 as well. And as soon as I say it's an advantage for Jumas, Daps and Hades slap Jumas in the face there on that 2 versus 3 retake. Some great frags from both players. And in the end, they're going to tie up the game now 6-all. As you can see, there was definitely kind of a losing drought there, or a scoring drought, I guess I should say, for the CT side. But as you can see, over the last 4 rounds, they definitely started to come come up with some good stuff. They definitely be able to win some rounds here, so they're keeping it close at 6-6. I'm glad that this has happened. It looked like for a moment there it was going to be maybe a one-sided first half for Mediocre on the T side, but something's definitely awakened in RONIN5 here recently, and it's good that we're seeing a close game. Kind of what I expected to see. Both teams still fully bought out with the exception of maybe Mediocre, who doesn't have any armor, so that's kind of a bummer. As it looks like Wabbit is going to be the one to deal first blood here with that op. Irukandji once again trying to work up the catwalk. They've done this a lot because Ronins have definitely been more focused on long A. But like I said, that opping angle that Wabbit has is so dangerous. It's very hard. You have to hit pixel shots like that, actually. Mediocre coming up with a huge headshot there on the Wabbit. That's a tough shot to make, which is why I usually say that Opera has the advantage there. But Mediocre proving me wrong. And looks like Jumas is starting to take control of A once again. They get the bomb plan, but can they hold off the retake? Last time they could not. This time it's faring out a little bit better, but it's still a 2 versus 2, and Juvenile is coming up long, uncontested for now, but Deborn is going to go ahead and make the peek over here. He does get blinded, but he does a fair amount of damage. Mediocre trying to hold off Monspec at Cat. He's able to do so, and then Deborn does finally come up with the frag there onto Juvenile, so they do defend this retake, and so Mediocre will take the lead back down 7-6, but it has certainly been a very close first half. That is for sure. As I see some of you guys are arguing about whether this map is T-sided or CT-sided, I would definitely say it favors Terrorists, but there are some teams that do prefer the CT side and prefer starting on CT side if they have side choice, so I don't know. But we have an eco round here for Ronin's point, trying to save for that last round. That's what's able to come up with a couple of frags, but Juma's in the end still able to control the B-bomb site here, and they have evened it up to a 3 versus 3. They have that bomb down. Irukandji going to be in B tunnel, Shroud at the back of the B platform, and then we do have Mediocre actually playing here towards the window. Shroud going to throw a smoke there for B tons. There are 2 CTs that are going to be coming through that smoke. Meanwhile, they have Wabbit at the door. Looking for a kill here with this 250. Mediocre will peek out, but Mediocre gets the frag, and so now it'll just be up to Monspec and Juvenile, who are behind the smoke grenade at tons, not able to really do anything. It looks like they might try to grab that AK. And it looks like they do grab the AK, so at least a gun was saved out of this there by Monspec. That's actually interesting. This is something I was kind of talking about. Now Juvenile gets an AK too, and this is a tip I kind of want to give players. You may think it sounds dumb, but don't leave guns in positions for people to come get. I mean, while that smoke was up and they weren't pressing into B, they could have easily took those AKs and threw them, you know, over here to make it more difficult for Monspec and Juvenile to save those AKs. So if you have the opportunity, try to get those guns out of the map. That way they can't be saved, or at least put it in more difficult positions for those people to grab. That's just kind of an important thing, but it really matters, especially in a situation like this where because they didn't do that, Ronin's able to gear up all 5 of their players. So that's an advantage that Mediocre Gamers could have had. A little small thing, but it does amount to a lot actually in the end. But we'll see what's going to happen here in the last round. So far it's been a very close half at 8-6 in favor of Mediocre Gamers, but I have to say that Ronin's has been doing well enough on CT side to keep themselves in the game, that's for sure. This is not necessarily a lopsided scoreboard by any means. If they can win this last round, make it 8-7, there's a good chance that Ronin's could still win this game, that's for sure. As we are seeing them switch it up. They've been playing long a lot, like I was commenting earlier, but now we do see Juvenile Monspec actually getting a little bit aggressive here on Cat. Wabbit is actually covering along with the op. And he does deliver the first frag there onto Deborn, so they definitely changed things up a bit, gave Irukandji and his team a different look. We do see that the main hit is actually coming into B, and Shroud was able to get the entry there onto Daps. So it looks like we are going to see Jumas trying to plant this bomb here inside the B-bomb site with a 4 versus 4 situation. Make that a 4 versus 3. Irukandji comes up with the frag, but then Wabbit trades it right back. So these trades are keeping the game very close. 3 versus 3. Mediocre has this op position here on B-tons, which is smoked off for the time being. 2 CTs are going to try to retake from outside the site, while 1 is going to be coming from those tunnels. Mediocre position here with the op, looking at the window, looking for something, but the nice pot flash comes in, but it's still an equal trade. More trades coming in. Wow, down to a 1 versus 1 here, but it is going to be Juvenile coming out the tunnels to secure the game. All right, secure the round, I should say, making the overall score of the first half, in fact, 8-7. So definitely a close game. Definitely very back and forth. There was definitely a winning streak going on for Mediocre Gamers early on in the first half, but Ronin's, in the end, stepped it up and kept the first half close at 8-7. So definitely a nice little comeback there in the first half from RONIN5. Like I said, if you guys are enjoying the cast, be sure to hit that follow button on Twitch. You can also catch me on Facebook and Twitter. Those links are posted below, as well as in chat. I do cast Sunday through Thursday night, every night, at least one match a night. So most of the time that's going to be right here on this channel, but sometimes it's on the ESEA channel. So I'll actually be casting Complexity versus iBuyPower over on the ESEA channel tomorrow night. That's twitch.tv/ESEA. But Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, I'll be right back here this week casting matches like I am right now. So like I said, if you enjoy it, hit the follow button on Twitch, and hopefully I'll see you back again. Once again, shout out to ESEA for hosting this this event that we're casting tonight, as well as shout out to CSGO Lounge for promoting the stream through their betting system. But let's get into the first pistol round here of the second half. Looks like RONIN5 is going to be just trying to plow straight to the B-bomb site. We do see Juma trying to be aggressive on lower B, but so far it's not working out. RONIN5 has been able to get all the frags. Irukandji finally came up with one, trying to flank B tunnels, but Wabbit will put him down. And so this is really a quick pistol round that is definitely sliding into RONIN's favor without too much trouble here. Shroud trying his damnedest to do something, but gonna get caught out by Daps, and so all of a sudden we have a tie game at 8-all. So a great round there by RONIN's. They just had a good B spawn. They just went for it. Jumas tried to counter it with an aggressive lower B push through mid, but it just got caught, and they were only able to come up with one frag out of the whole situation. So just a good pistol round there from RONIN's. So, of course, we are going to go ahead and see RONIN's buy up some AKs on a couple of the players, a couple of Galils as well. Looks like Hades is just kind of full saving for the most part. Already doing quite a bit of damage. Actually, both teams have done quite a bit of damage. As you can see, Icy and Shroud both pretty low, as well as Daps and Mospec. So, Nate's definitely doing work here, and Shroud actually able to pick up a quick frag on the Jew. Wasn't paying attention to the pit. He was peeking the corner there, so just a good timing peek there by Shroud with the USP, able to get a gun down actually at long A. And so maybe we see the counter eco round coming in from MG. We'll have to find out, as it looks like RONIN's will be making their way over to the B-bomb site through tunnels. There are 2 CTs in the site, as well as 1 CT at the double doors that could easily flank lower B if need be. It's going to be Irukandji. Mospec with low HP with the Galil in lower B. So if Irukandji actually peeks lower B here and catches Mospec, that would be huge. Looks like he is going to be running up on Mospec, and Mospec's not really paying attention. He's trying to meet up with his team here. Look at Irukandji playing that so smart. He could have a huge frag going on right now. Look at him go with that auto pistol. Such a patient and heads-up play from Irukandji. Able to pick up 2 nice frags. All of a sudden, Jumas has a chance to maybe win this round. They do have the man advantage. D-Born able to make a trade there with Irukandji, so now it's going to be all up to Daps. 1 versus 2 with the AK. 20 seconds left. He has to get this plant soon or get these 2 frags quick. There's only 15 seconds left on the clock. He goes for the fake plant. He's going to be peeking the door here. Both CTs are not looking at the door, so but Daps doesn't peek it, and now he has to plant. He doesn't have a choice. There's only 8 seconds left. He's going to go ahead and go for the plant. Both CTs will press through the door. Can Daps hold on? No. Shroud with the Galil will come up with the final frag and push Mediocre Gamers back into the lead with a 9-8 scoreline. But I think that the key there was definitely that B tunnels push by Irukandji and how patiently he played it. He didn't freak out. He didn't overreact. He slowed down. He got into position to get the most frags possible. And now it's just a heads-up play by Irukandji. It doesn't get much better than that. That's just smart Counter-Strike. This is actually the most viewers I've ever had on my channel, so definite shout out to Go Lounge and all of you guys for tuning in, as well as we do have RONIN's on an eco round. They're going to be pressing out long A. They do have some upgraded pistols, so they do have at least a minor investment into trying to come up with this round, but definitely not a huge one. It looks like it should be a quick 10-8, but we did see an eco round coming from MG, so maybe RONIN's can do the same thing. We'll have to see here. It looks like so far that's going to be a no. Juman's collecting all the frags so far over here towards the A-bomb site. They get the bomb down as well. Mospec and Hades, though, fighting back with their pistols, do get a couple of frags. Mospec with the second, and he's actually now in a 1 versus 2 here. Oh my goodness, Mospec could actually win this right now. It's a 1 versus 1. He already has 3 frags. Kick him up with this one on Icy. No, Icy able to finally take him out with the M4, but Mospec certainly made that very dangerous and actually maybe kind of put Mediocre Gamers in a risky position, to be honest. But we're seeing interesting rounds, that's for certain. But like I said, Mediocre Gamers does come up with the win in the end. Looks like they're able to still get some guns, but their economy actually isn't in the best of situations. As you can see, they had to buy up FAMASas on 2 of their players because even though they're winning, they're losing a lot of their players in the process. It's coming down to these 1v1s or 1v2s, and so they're still losing lots of guns in the process. So that is tough to deal with, as we do see runs trying to make their way into B. Looks like all of them are really coming from tunnels, and Icy's the only person in the area, but he's just playing from the window. So they're playing a retake setup on B. We're not committing to it, and Icy is going to get caught out there by Wabbit with the op. Kind of a dangerous wide peek, and he will pay for it. As looks like all the CTs are actually trying to retake through door and window. They're not even going to wait for the play. They're just coming in right here, right now. And so far, the frags have been favoring Ronins, as Hades and Mospec able to come up with the majority of them. And Hades and Wabbit will actually end it there. With another op frag. So Hades with 2 frags, Wabbit with 2, and Mospec had 1. So it's a great retake attempt by Jumas. Actually, I thought for a second there they were going to get it, but in the end, Ronins holds on, and so they press it to 10-9. So they actually have a really good chance to tie it up at 10-all, because as I was kind of talking about earlier, Jumas didn't have the best money situation. They kind of were forcing FAMASas on some of their players in the past couple of rounds, and as you can see, this round they have to save. I mean, they did buy some auto pistols, but they don't have any armor. And Wabbit was already able to deal the first blow there. Deeporn trying to get aggressive here onto Daps. He will actually pick up that frag, but I don't think he'll be able to get this gun. Wabbit is set up here with the op, trying to prevent them from coming to get this AK. Looks like they are still trying to go for it, and Hades does actually step away. And so that AK will be collected by Deeporn, and so that could be a factor later on in the round, since they were unable to prevent. Now look at Deeporn. He's getting ballsy here. He's just going to press with this AK to catwalk, and he will spot 3 terrorists, but unable to deliver any shots. Ronins was able to react, and so Deeporn is just forced to kind of fall back with this AK back through long A. In the meantime, though, Mediocre has picked up another frag, and he actually now gives the man advantage back to Mediocre Gamers. Ronins trying to get the spawn point to end the B bomb site, but Hades takes a lot of damage through the door, down to 20 HP, but he will get the plant. Can they hold on this retake, though? Jumas has been pretty good with these. Nice nade going in there from Deeporn, doing some damage, and it looks like they are going to go for it here. We see them splitting the door and the window. Hades able to go ahead and get that first frag on the Icy. Hades with another frag, Juvenile with 1 as well, and so the retake is not working. Shroud, the last man standing in a 1 versus 3 with the auto pistol, and in the end, Juvenile will save the day for Ronins and prevent the eco from MG, and so now we do have a 10-all score. Now, unfortunately for them, Mospec did drop from the server, but he's already back, so that's nothing really comes out of that. I think he was already dead, too, when he dropped, so it didn't really affect the round a whole lot. But like I said, we do have a 10-10 scoreline, so certainly a very close game here. Very back and forth indeed, as the CTs did kind of force up here a couple of FAMASas and the silenced them 4. But certainly still in a tough economic situation. As you can see, 3 of their players down to $0 after forcing this round. So this round is actually kind of worth 2 for Ronins. I mean, I think terrorists actually do have enough money to be able to drop players if they need to, if they do lose this round. But I think MG would certainly have to save if they were unable to come up with this. So like I said, this is a big round for both teams. We do see Ronins trying to put a little bit of pressure here on the B-bomb site. Hades and Mospec trying to work their way in, but Icy has really good angle inside this little cubby to the left, but Ronins still able to trade it out efficiently. They will come out with the advantage here. 4 versus 3. Bomb is going to get planted here inside the B-bomb site. Irukandji just running through the smoke at Thor's able to pick up a frag. But that's going to be the only one he sees, as Wabbit is quick to return. And so we do see Jumas still in a disadvantage here, but Deeporn able to collect. Daps on the flank at mid, so now it is a 2 versus 2. And both teams are actually pretty equal here. Deeporn and Wabbit both have pretty low HP, so it's pretty even on this retake, as we do see them trying to come through the window. But Wabbit, nice shot onto Shroud, a very quick flick shot, and then Juvenile able to take down Deeporn. So the lead once again takes a change again in this match, as Ronins is now up 11-10, but the lead has changed quite a lot this game. And so, like I said, it's just a testament to how back and forth this game has really been. And as I was mentioning, Ronins was able to win the round, and so we do see Jumas on an eco, which means a good opportunity for RONIN5 to press at the 12-10. Yet I say that, and we've already actually had a lot of rounds that have either been won by the ecoing team, or they have at least made it very close. So actually no rounds are really guaranteed in this game, it seems. At least from what I can tell from what we've seen so far. It's definitely not a safe bet to say that the team that is ecoing is going to lose, because they've done a lot of damage on ecos. Looks like Jumas is stacking mid and cat, which is good because the play is at B, so they'll be able to retake very quickly. 4 players going to be running through B tunnels. There is 1 terrorist at T-spawn that is going to spot all of this. We do see Irukandji and company trying to fight here. They're trying to press into Daps actually and get his AK, and they do finally get it, but at the cost of 2 of their players. And Mossbeck coming up with the headshot there onto Shroud. And I think Icy might just hold on to this AK and not even attempt the retake. And so it will be a win for RONIN5. They only lose 1 player in the mix with an 11-10. Hayes able to take down Irukandji, but Icy definitely trying to hold on to this AK at long. He's going to get aggressed, though. He's going to get pinched. Juvenile is going to be coming up long. There's some terrorists following him from middle as well, so he may or may not actually be able to hold on to this. He does take out Juvenile, but with only 4 HP, and I believe a terrorist trying to press him here through long doors. That's going to be Mossbeck, but no, there's enough time to where he'll be able to hold on to it. So 12-10 scoreline in favor of Ronins. But Jumitz has played pretty well, so I would not be surprised if they could still find it in them to tie it back up and maybe even win. It's definitely very back and forth. Apologize for the phone call there, guys. Forgot to put my phone on silent, but now it is, and so we're all good. Looks like once again we do see Ronins trying to come into B early here, but Icy puts up a smoke, and it's going to deter Ronins from being able to get in there for now. And as all is quiet this round for right now, no one really getting too overly aggressive here. We do still have Ronins waiting out in B tunnels as well as at mid, so it could be a mid to B split, or it could just be an all-out B tunnels push with the majority of the Ronin squad. You see Hades actually kind of taking a peek up the catwalk here, but I think it's going to be some fake cat aggression and then a mid to B split from what I can gather here based on the bomb positioning. And Ronins will actually be able to come into the B bomb site with no one there. Both players were waiting for that mid push instead, and they will try to pre-peek into the site, but Ronins are going to get the majority of that there. Webber gets the op pick onto Icy at window, and Mossbeck catches Irukandji pressing through the door. And so Ronins will be able to get this bomb plant here. They're trying to press it to 13-10. We'll see if Deborn, Shroud, and Mediocre can try to make the retake here. 3 versus 4. It wouldn't be impossible, but it seems like they're going to save. As you can see, all these players working their way back over there towards long. So it will be 13-10 in favor of Ronins. So it seems like they've started to hit their stride here the past couple of rounds, that they've been able to take the lead and hold on to it this time. We'll see if Jumitz can hold on to these guns here. Mediocre has the op and pit. It looks like Mossbeck and company are trying to press into this here, and they do know that there's at least 1 pit. They probably know there's 2 now, actually. But Mediocre is able to get the op pick there onto Mossbeck, and you see Juvenile trying to find something, trying to do some miracle jumping AK shot or something like that, but it's not going to happen. Those 3 guns get saved by Juma, so they should be okay to buy this round and have all their gear. But Ronins has done really well on their B hits. I mean, that round they were able to direct enough attention towards mid to actually force both CTs to pay attention to mid. The thing is, when you're playing B as a CT and you have to worry about a mid to B split, the only thing you can really do is put 2 inside B and just worry about the tunnels aggression, or put 2 outside B and worry about the mid aggression. Or you have to take 1 from A and play kind of a crossfire on mid while you have 1 in B. And so you kind of have to divert your attention to one thing, is my point. And Ronins has been able to exploit that and use that to get inside the B bomb site. This time they have actually shifted their focus over towards A instead. And so far we have an equal trade, bringing it down to a 4 versus 4 here. The bomb is actually traversing its way back through T spawn, possibly to go B. Not 100% sure just yet, but a smoke goes up on mid, and it seems like the terrorists are starting to bring that bomb towards B tunnels through T spawn. Now, there is still Icy inside the B bomb site and Deborn playing outside B towards mid. So they do have numbers over there, but it's probably going to be a 3 versus 2 at B, because Juvenile is still keeping attention at long, but he got stuck over there, as you could see, on that long A platform. And Mediocre actually takes him down, and Icy is waiting here on the back of platform. He's not even peeking. He's just crouched. He's just waiting for the perfect moment to take his peek. As that smoke comes up, Deborn throwing a flash in. This will maybe cue Icy to peek, and he will actually step up and peek. Spots everybody, trying to play smart about the frags. He gets 1, gets 2, looking for more. Icy playing this so well from the B platform. He's going to get some help from Mediocre in the end. And so it will be a defuse here and a round win for Mediocre Gamers. But Icy definitely was really good about threat assessment, so to speak. So getting the kills, you know you have to get first because they're the biggest threat to you. So he was really able to use his head there to determine which player he needed to kill first, which one was most risky. He got rid of those at the beginning. And I mean, he almost kind of screwed up there. There was a couple of missed shots at times, but in the end, he still comes with the play. So credit to him there, keeping Mediocre Gamers in the game. Score now 13-11. Both teams still geared out, though, so still an even opportunity for both teams to try to pull ahead. As once again, we do see Ronin's actually trying to go long A first. They did this last round as well, but then eventually wound up going back to B. But we saw Mediocre very aggressive with the op at long, peeking the door crack, and he does get first blood there onto Juvenile. And so that's a great way to open up things if you are Mediocre Gamers and you're behind by 2 rounds. Getting those opening frags definitely means a lot. But D-Born is going to get taken out by Zap, so it gets evened up quickly. But Shroud quick to bring it back to Jumas, and Mediocre is going to be looking for an op pick here at mid possibly as well at the same time. But Shroud just delivering all these frags. Auto Director screwing me on missing pretty much all of those. Last man standing is going to be Daps, and Icy will go ahead and collect that one. So, man, oh man, it's just so back and forth, to be honest with you. I mean, I expected this game to be close, but not this close. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised at an overtime or anything like that at this point, as back and forth as this game has been. We are going to see Jumas trying to get aggressive here on Catwalk. As you can see, they did boost up their players for a quick cat rush, which will be actually okay because Run's plowing into B, so the retake will be quick here on this cat aggression, I think. As Icy doing a great job getting 2 frags out of it, keeps it even at least. See Wabbit sneaking through the double doors here. He's going to pop Shroud, looking for more. Going to be able to take down D-Born as well, and a great heads-up play from Wabbit at mid. Able to cut off those rotates from Jumas, leaving Mediocre alone with the op here in B tunnels in a 1 versus 3. He's actually going for this, but he's going to fall back there, and actually he won't be able to get away. Dats continues to spend through the smoke, and he's able to take down Mediocre. And so we'll be 14-12 in favor of Ronin. CT still have enough money to buy. Shroud has that 10K, so he can drop an M4. And so we will see Mediocre Gamers or Jumas, whatever you want to call them, still able to hold it on in this round as far as guns go. That's not really the issue. Their issue is they need to find a win, though. Otherwise, it'll be a game point situation for Ronins. So that would certainly be tough. Tough to come back from at that point. Once again, we are seeing the opening of long aggression here, and so far Shroud has done a great job, as he did in the previous round, of holding it. Another couple of frags from Shroud. He is now stuck in the pit, though. He did lose his teammate Juvenile, but Mediocre is making the rotate to try to support him here, and it looks like Ronin's is actually falling off of long now. Juvenile is still over here by blue. I'm not sure if Shroud spots his speed or not. It looks like he does, but he does get taken down by Juvenile in the end. In the meantime, it looks like the bomb is making its way back towards B. So Ronin's has really been doing a lot of these long aggression to B hits. And because of that, you're seeing now Icy not rotating anymore. He's staying inside B. He realizes they keep doing these late B hits. And this time he's able to help shut it down a bit with his teammate Irukandji. So Ronin's may suffer this loss here, and this could lead to MG making that comeback and possibly tying it back up again here soon. He's now trying to make a miracle play. A nice drop into CT spawn takes down Mediocre. So now it's a 1 versus 1, but the bomb is down inside B, and Irukandji certainly has a huge health advantage, and he will come up with the win. And so it will be a 13-14 scoreline. Ronin slightly ahead, but not by a lot. And in fact, they're going to have to probably eco this round. From what I can tell, they are not going to be able to buy much of anything other than maybe upgrading some of their pistols. I see a CZ on Mospec at 250 on Juvenile, but outside of that, another 250 on Hades. But this should be an easy round from MG, as they are getting aggressive here in mid into lower B. Mospec just running down mid. Irukandji is going to be inside the smoke, and it looks like they're trying to pinch into the B tunnels here. And Mediocre and Icy so far delivering the frags here, but Mospec able to fight back with Daps and company. They're actually doing a bit of damage, 3 versus 2, but Mediocre with the op here. Gonna clean house, as we'll take out Mospec and Juvenile at the end. Actually a 4K round for Mediocre. And so it is now 14-14. And so at this point, we're either going to see an overtime or a victory by the closest margin possible at 16-14. So definitely a very heated and close game. All those people with all those bets are definitely a little bit tense right now, I'd have to say. Especially if you have a lot on this game. You're probably on the edge of your seat. And that has certainly been the game that we have been treated to so far, as both teams are fully bought out. Ronin's a lot more spread out this time, not committing to long aggression right off the bat, not committing to B aggression either. This is definitely a lot slower and a more default play by Ronin's than what we've seen the majority of this half from them on T side. It's like that, setting up a pop flash for Juvenile so we can try to clear out some of the catwalk there. Meanwhile, Daps will be also changing their sides here at the double doors. Hades is going to be in the B tunnels, but he is smoked off. and naded back. That's trying to throw some spam down here at the double doors. Irukandji also going to be here. Hades throwing some flashes in B, trying to keep attention over there. As this smoke dissipates, Mediocre may have a chance to pull a shot there on the Hades. There are actually now 3 CTs inside B. Like I said, this late B isn't very common for Ronin, so they're keeping their players over here on MG. We do have the Terrorists getting full control of Cat, and Juvenile's actually been able to drop into CT spawn, but he got caught by D-Born. That's unfortunate. Juvenile definitely would have been in a great position to make a play, but like I said, he gets caught by one of those long A players, and he gets taken down, but Ronin's plowing out mid. Mossbeck and Levitt collecting frags, but Shroud trading here through the long crossing. D-Born is 2. Great plays from D-Born and Shroud, and so now it's going to be Dats in a 1 versus 2. He does have the bomb. He's going to make the plant with 18 seconds left on the clock, but that clock no longer matters. The bomb is down, and so now the CTs have to make the play here. Shroud's going to be outside B towards the double doors. D-Born going to be chumming through the B tunnels. Shroud is going to be able to deliver the frag as Dats tries to get aggressive on the window, and Shroud catches him there. So Dats maybe not playing that as well as he could have, but at the same time, he had to make a decision there. CTs were going to split him and get him into a crossfire, so he had to make a play, I think, and he just unfortunately was unable to deliver the frag onto Shroud. Had he have got the kill on Shroud, he could have pressed outside the B-bomb site and had a really good position against D-Born, who was coming from Ton. So that really could have gone either way, to be honest, but at the end of the day, Shroud comes up with the final frag, and so Mediocre Gamers is now the team at the game point situation. But can they win it here now, or will we see an overtime? That, my friends, is the question. As Ronin's still able to buy out other than a Galil on Hades. They're still fine. Mediocre going to get aggressive here with the op on Cat. This is the first time he's done this match, so he might catch him off guard, and he does. Taking down Dats. He'll try to fall back here with the flashes to get back into position to hold off now the long A aggression coming in from a couple of the RONIN5 members here. But they do actually fall back off of that now. But Shroud and Irukandji able to deliver once again on the catwalk here, and the bomb is down, so now Wabbit and Mossbeck have to make the play of their lives to try to press this into overtime. So you see Mossbeck inside T-spawn looking to see if people are pressing through B tunnels, but nothing there. Wabbit looking for a long aggression, but that bomb's down on Cat. The CTs are definitely just going to be playing that bomb, so at the end of the day, Wabbit and Mossbeck have to come up huge here on their way up Cat to get this bomb back, and there's 3 CTs right here at the top of Cat. So this is not going to be an easy play whatsoever. Wabbit is trying to work his way to the Xbox. Mossbeck slowly working his way up Cat. They're going to have to try to double peek this together here and get this bomb. Mossbeck will peek first. He gets taken down by Mediocre. So now it's all up to Wabbit. He's trying to sneak his way out the double doors, but he gets caught by D-Born, who was playing the window. So GG. At the end of the day, Mediocre Gamers is able to win 16-14. Such a close game. Quite a nail-biter. Very back and forth. And I do want to say a big thank you to all those who watched. I got over 5,000 viewers. That's the most I've ever had on this channel. So thank you so much, folks, for tuning in. Big thanks to CSGO Lounge for promoting the stream. Big thanks to ESEA for hosting the event. And a big thank you to everybody who took some time out of their day to come on this channel and come support it and watch some CSGO. So thanks so much. Like I said, if you enjoyed yourself, be sure to hit that follow button on Twitch. You can also follow me on Facebook and Twitter as well. I would really appreciate it. Outside of that, I'm going to see if I can't get a post-game interview here with one of the Mediocre Gamers members to talk about that match and talk about stuff that's going on with them. So while I do that, if you guys want to just follow up and just kind of chill, I see chat's going crazy right now. That's, I guess, one of the cons of having so many viewers is chat. It goes ballistic. But that's okay. I can deal with that. But like I said, just chill out for a second here. I'm going to try to see if I can get a post-game interview. I can't promise anything, but I'll see what I can do. But like I said, if you enjoy yourself, be sure to hit that follow button because I will be back casting tomorrow night at twitch.tv/ESEA. And then I will be back streaming on this channel on Tuesday. So Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, I'll be back on this channel. So like I said, hit the follow button if you enjoy yourself. But hold tight. I'm going to see if I can't get a post-game interview here with MG. All right, guys, so I'm going to try to see if I can get a post-game interview here. So hold on 1 second. So Complexity is actually playing Team Stream Team right now. There's only 1 round left, and actually Complexity did win that game 16-14. So that was almost a devastating blow to Complexity there, but they're able to eke out a win 16-14. So that's your news update there. So let me see. Apparently, Desi will eventually be the new 5th, though, from Mediocre Gamers, from what Desi has told me on Steam. Just a heads up. Talking to Irukandji right now to see which one of his teammates wants to come talk with me. Also, if you guys want to know about your bets or your skins, I have no control over that. I have reported it to the staff. So at that point, it's up to them to update their website and stuff. But they could already be asleep by now, to be honest. It's pretty late. Pretty early in the morning, I should say, over in Europe. So they are probably asleep. So it may take a few hours for the match to close and you guys to get your skins and all that good stuff. But everybody always asks that after the match is over, and all I can tell you is it's up to them to update their site. I have no control over it, unfortunately. I do apologize for that. And if you're a dick, you're just gonna get banned. And that's the honest truth. I don't deserve to be talked to that way. I didn't do anything wrong. I'm just trying to cast matches and spread the word of CS:GO. That's all I'm trying to do. If you don't like the casting, I'm sorry. But just maybe mute and watch and see how your bet goes, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, like I said, I'm trying to work on a post-game interview here, guys, so stay tuned here. I'll also answer some questions, just if you guys want to interact with me and ask questions, but kind of save those as I'm trying to get the post-game interview instead. Looks like somebody is going to come in here and talk with me from Mediocre Gamers.
This is an example.
Just waiting for them to get in here, guys. But it looks like someone is definitely coming, just waiting on them to get here. A lot of you guys want Shroud. I'm trying to get Shroud, but it's really up to him. Here, let me change the title of my stream so you guys know what's going on. There. Put MGU1 in the title as well as post-game Q&A. So, people still know now. Yeah. I see that I'm getting a lot of Twitch PMs. I will take a look at those later tonight, so don't think I'm going to ignore you. I always read my PMs, so I'll definitely respond to those as I can later tonight. All the graphics I'm using right now I made myself, but I actually do have an artist making me some way better graphics, and hopefully I'll have those soon, and I am paying them to do that, yes. I'm trying to answer some questions in chat as I wait for somebody from Mediocre Gamers to get here. Yeah, apparently some crazy shit happened with nothing, where some people prank called pizzas to his house and then eventually prank called 911 and had police and shit show up to his house. That's really shitty. And I really hope that those people get caught and get punished somehow, because that's just really crappy. It's one thing to get insulted and to get made fun of and ridiculed and stuff like that, but it's a completely different thing for shit like that to happen. And it's actually really crazy because I think Jordan is probably one of the most favorited streamers for CSGO, so I find it surprising that someone would do that, but that's unfortunate, man. If I end the stream, you will not get your skin still, so yeah. There's nothing I can do about that. I'll check my Facebook messages as well, V-Man, when I get a chance after the stream's over. And some people are talking about donating. Don't worry about that, guys. Just hit the follow button if you don't mind. I'm trying to hit 3,000 followers. That's my new goal, I guess you could say. So if you like the streaming, just hit the follow button on Twitch. You can also follow me on Facebook and Twitter if you want. Looks like I'm just under 200 followers away, or just under 200 followers away from 3,000. So that's awesome. Like I said, if you enjoy it, I'll be back casting on this channel on Tuesday. So Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, I'll be back casting on this channel at least one match a night. And then I'll be casting on the ESEA channel tomorrow night. Appreciate all the compliments I'm seeing in chat. The score was 16-14. So it looks like it's Irukandji that is delivered to me from Mediocre Gamers.
Sorry to disappoint.
Oh yeah, I'm not disappointed. I mean, it's always good to have the in-game leader in here. It's great to get like that strategical element. So first of all, I guess the way we'll start out this interview is, since we've obviously talked before with your team, it seems like things are still going good for you guys. So maybe what's going on? How are you so well?
Have you ever drank straight buttermilk?
No, that sounds like an awful idea.
Dude, it is delicious.
Okay, whoa.
Just had a little bit right here, my oatmeal. Yeah, our team, we suck. I got nothing else for you. We don't have 5. People don't want to play. I hate my life, and we suck in clutches.
Wow, man, you just laid a load on me there. I mean, you guys won the match, so I mean, at least a W is a W. No?
Well, when you beat the Beck online, you've done something.
Yeah, I mean, that's very true. So my point is, this is what, like, I don't know if you want to talk about it, but obviously it's been rumored forever in chat before the match even started. Like 30 minutes before the match started, I had people just going nuts in my chat about Icy and him not playing, which of course he did wind up playing. So what's the deal? What happened?
I have no idea. He wasn't gonna play, but Desi couldn't pay because the ESEA PayPal system was screwed up. So we tried to delay so Desi could play, but then they were gonna force us to play. So we used Icy. I think the guy hates us, but played well. There's that.
So why does he hate you guys? Like, what's the deal?
No, he didn't hate us. I don't know. He just did. I came on at 7, and he said he didn't want to play anymore.
So you just got laid like a huge hammer as soon as you got online, basically?
No, I mean, he said he hadn't been having that much fun. We played pretty serious, so.
So I mean, what are you guys gonna do? Are you guys gonna shop around for a 5th now? Or are you guys gonna use Desi, or was Desi kind of like a desperation thing? She needed 5, or what?
I mean, we all want the Iceman to play, but I don't know what he's gonna do. And Desi, I think Desi would be the backup if Icy decides not to, because he's really good and because he's already on our SIVO roster. SIVO rosters are locked, so kind of have to use him for that. But I don't mean to say that like we don't want to use him. I mean, he's definitely really good, and he's definitely the pick if Icy doesn't want to play, but I don't know what the Iceman's thinking. That's a human. Have you seen the way he walks? He walks insanely funny. It's pretty crazy.
So with that being said, you guys are just up in the air right now. You don't really know what's going on, is basically what you're telling me?
Yeah, I don't know. It's funny, you know, I lead my team to 7-1 in Invite, and then people quit, and I'm just like, well, I tried, guys. Like, come on.
So basically what you're saying is you don't know for sure if you quit or not. You're completely just confused.
I have no idea. I probably won't know for like 2 days either. But hopefully he plays. I really like the guy. Great guy.
So with that being said, I mean, up next you guys actually have to play United 5 and Complexity, which United 5 has been playing pretty well this season. They're a LAN contender. Complexity actually almost got dealt a pretty devastating loss tonight to Team Stream Team. They barely won 16-14.
Oh, that would have been epic.
Yeah, if they would have lost that and then they had to play iBuyPower tomorrow, that would have maybe been the land for them. But they came out with the win against Team Stream Team 16-14. So at least they avoided the 5th loss so far. But if they're playing that tough against Stream Team, I mean, hopefully they pick it up against iBuyPower tomorrow. Because they really need to beat iBuyPower tomorrow, actually, I think, to kind of secure a land spot. But
yeah, I think if they lose that, they're out the land. But because they won that, I think they'll make it for sure. Because I think it's a 5-horse race right now. Because U5's 2-5 instead of 3-5 because we have to replay our first week match. Mm-hmm. So we'll probably play them on a doubleheader. So I don't want to hate on those guys. I think they're probably out of it. Netcode, I just don't see them making it. They're really good, but I don't think they're going to make it. So I think it's kind of like a 5-team race. And Cole just has too much talent not to knock out either us, Reliable, or Savage.
I mean, I think if you guys get your shit together roster-wise, you guys should make the LAN. And then iBuyPower looks like they're on point to make it. But at that point, it's Ronin's Reliable, Complexity, and I guess either Netcode or United 5, in my opinion.
Yeah. If U5 wins out, they'll have a chance. I just think I don't know what I haven't really kept up with it in the past seasons, but I knew when it was 6 teams, you had to be like 9-7. So I imagine you probably have to go at least that, if not a 10-6 and 11-5, right? So, if you've got 5 losses already, you still have to play iBuyPower.
Right.
I think iBuyPower is just going to clean the table here on out.
Well, that's kind of about the complexities, and they have 4 losses right now. So if they were to lose the iBuyPower tomorrow and go down to 5 losses, then they couldn't lose any more basically if they wanted a guaranteed spot. I mean, you kind of had that situation where like last season there were a few teams that went 10-6. So there was a tiebreaker situation with some of the teams that were 10-6.
Gotcha.
So 10-6 is not guaranteed, is my point.
Right.
11-5 pretty much is guaranteed, I think. But yeah, so I mean, you guys have to play Complexity United 5 next week on Mirage, the Val version of Mirage. This will be, I think, the first time we've used the Val version of Mirage in league play. So what do you think about this, actually? Like the map coming up next week?
I haven't. I think I played it maybe once or twice. I haven't like pugged it or scrammed it yet. But I hope it's not too terribly different than the other one. I've watched matches on it. Probably watched a few Virtus Pro demos. They're pretty good on it. So I don't know. That kind of sucks for us. It'd be nice to play a weaker team that week, but I guess every team in Invite's pretty good. I mean, if the stream team, you said they almost beat Cole and they were up 9-0 against iBuyPower in the scrim earlier, so it's pretty freaking impressive. I don't think I've ever gone 9-0 versus iBuyPower. Probably just turn on my computer and retire at that point.
Yeah, if Team Stream Team made LAN, that would be pretty crazy if that somehow happened. They would have to win out for sure, and a bunch of teams would have to lose, so it's probably unlikely.
Yeah, I think they would have had a really good shot actually if they beat Cole, but I think they're screwed now. But the good thing about ESEA is you got to keep playing because they'll auto promote like the winner of main and probably another team, so the stream team has a lot to play for, you know what I mean? Like they're battling U5 and probably a couple other teams for that bottom spot, assuming Exertus gets moved down, then those other teams have a lot to play for.
So I mean, with that being said, I know it's hard for you to project this now because you have a roster situation to deal with, but I mean, how do you think that this next week's going to go for you against United 5 and Cole on Mirage? Do you think you have a decent chance still of coming up with wins, or do you think that you might be feeding Complexity some of the wins that they need to make the event, or what do you think is going to happen?
I probably shouldn't say this on the air because then they'll fucking do the opposite, but if we can get the matches really, really delayed, like Thursday and Sunday maybe, I think we have a chance to do decently well. But if we have to play early matches, it's gonna be tough. Like we have to play like a Tuesday, Thursday situation. That'll be kind of brutal. Because we just really suck when we first play maps, and we just we don't really have a chance to. Like you see, we're barely beating teams, right? Like 16-14. So we can't like skip. We can't like tonight before this match be practicing Mirage, or we would have lost to RONIN5. So like, we're always behind the 8 ball, But the only good thing is that SEA actually this week's on Mirage too, so it's just going to be a straight Mirage week, and give it our best. We have 4 matches on it. I think we play I think we play a couple good teams in SEVA too. So if we can win, I mean, if we split the ESEA matches, lost one, win one, I'd be cool with that. That'd be good enough.
So, since you guys are actually ranked #1 right now, and I know earlier you guys were kind of mixed in like the focus level, and you didn't even really know if you'd make the event, and now you pretty much probably will, unless you like royally screw up here soon.
Well, don't jinx it, bro.
I'm not. So I'm just asking, like, how will the intensity of practice change the closer you get to positioning to maybe actually make the event?
Dude, we just need a sponsor. Anybody listening, please. I beg of you. We need a sponsor here to land. That's a big thing. I mean, we're gonna practice the same. Like I probably am way too serious to practice anyways. Everybody hates me for it, but I mean, it's what you got to do when you're like time crunched and we don't know how to play these maps. So I don't think we can turn the intensity up too much more. Then probably everybody will quit the team.
So, I mean, with that being said, you've obviously had a lot of success domestically at 1.6 through various squads that you've played on, e.g. Complexity. I could go on. I mean, do you think this is, like, finally your moment to come back and do something in CSGO? I mean, because the reason why I'm saying this is because, you know, with the whole Warden and Storm and Moses and thing, you know, they obviously were also very successful in 1.6, and they kind of finally had somewhat of a moment domestically, at least, last LAN, where they were able to place pretty well at the event. They were right below Complexity on national North American rankings, at least. So that was good. So I mean, do you think that this is kind of your opportunity? Do you think you guys are good enough to maybe finally do something in this game and carry over your skills from 1.6 to CS:GO, basically?
I don't know. That was like U5's at least second LAN together. Same lineup. Or maybe TM was switched for somebody, but I don't think so. I think that was their second LAN together. We don't have that, so I mean, kind of sucks because if we keep playing like this online, people are going to expect us to play really well on LAN, and like I don't even know how to set up a computer for Go. Like I probably have the I can't see through smokes now. Like I don't know what headsets are the best. Like we have a lot of variables that we need to account for to do well on LAN. Like somebody like Swag or Dace or somebody who just knows all the settings, knows how to set up. That's so crucial on LAN. Like I mean, there were so many times in 1.6 on LAN where I feel like I had an advantage because I knew how to set up certain things on the computers there that nobody else did. That, you know, gives you that leg up. I'm not saying we won't do well on LAN, but I mean, we also have people that have never LAN the game. Like the only person who's played LAN CS:GO is Shroud. You know, me, Derek, Maker, Icy, just have never done it. If Icy does quit and we get Desi, I mean, he's got a lot of LAN experience, so that would be really good. But I mean, I can't really have any expectations for us on LAN because it's just not fair. It's our first one, and normally when it comes to LAN, I feel pretty confident about myself. But I mean, I don't even know what to expect.
I can understand
the game's different on LAN. It's a lot different, you know. At least 1.6 was a ton different on LAN than online.
Right. I can understand that, man. So, I mean, with that being said, do you have any last thoughts or shouts before I let you go so you can talk with your team and maybe try to sort some shit out?
Yeah, just thanks for always streaming. I saw the viewers you got today, man. That's awesome. And if there's any sponsors out there that are looking to support a hardworking team full of nice folks who carry in old ladies' groceries and help all the youngins out, that is us. Thank you.
All right. I mean, I wish you the best of luck on that sponsorship thing, man. I know it's not an easy thing to do in North America, so I wish you the best of luck. And if I can somehow help in that, I'll try to send people your way that I know, but we'll see what happens.
Thank you, brother. Talk to you later.
All right. Peace.